over to Ireland.
But the connections between Northern Ireland and St Andrews aren't just historic. It's where thousands of students from back home come to study at what is Scotland's oldest university. I'm catching up with two students from Northern Ireland, Catherine Torrens and Rory McKnight.
I was always excited in Scotland. I know we went on holiday here a lot, and I was always quite obsessed with Scotland. I did Highland dancing whenever I was younger.
You're halfway there.
I know, literally. I mean, that's like the first Ceilidh, I was like, I'm ready for it. But yeah, I think it was kind of that. And then I came here. It was a pretty place, and it was by the sea. So really, that was sort of
you're
it.
from Garva.
Yeah.
So, like, would you have seen yourself as having a connection to Scotland in the first place?
I had like quite a few connections. Like, so my mum's side of the family are Lennox, so it was always like, well, that's definitely a bit of Scotland. But I think like being from Garva, like we learned Ulster Scots a bit in school. I remember one time translating fairy tales into Ulster Scots and that kind of thing. So it was just kind of part and parcel of being Northern Irish, being a bit Scottish, having it all.
Having it all. Rory, what about you?
Yeah, I was sort of, whenever I just first saw the West Coast, it was like, oh, this is Ulster. This is not that different. I think I expected sort of kilts and haggis and that sort of thing, but it was just like, no, we are the same pretty much. So in terms of like the uni itself, I was like, oh, this is actually quite a cool place, lots of cool like society stuff to get involved in. But then also the place itself, sort of realising as time went on, oh, there's actually quite a few Scottish connections to the family, and sort of like, turns out, I came over with Mum for the open day, and she said, oh, you know, like your great-great-great-grandparents used to own a post office like not far from here. So it was just like, oh, okay, there's a weird connection here. That's not what I expected.
You're back to where you belong.
Exactly. It's just my genes are like, no, this is here, this is the place, this is it. Yeah, it's Hame.
Living in Scotland, do you find the people in Scotland similar to people back at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally spat out.
Yeah.
Me and my flatmate were saying the other day, like, even the sense of humour, like, I think that's why we get on so well. Like, she's from Aberdeen, and we just got such a similar sense of humour, very sarcastic, quite self-deprecating. But yeah, it's just like, the people are just the same.
When you came to St Andrews, did you notice that there were loads of other Northern Irish people here?
Yeah, I think especially like we're both involved in like the Christian Union, and that especially is like very Northern Irish heavy. Like you sort of walk in and you're like, oh, new people, and then you're like, no, I know you and you and you and you.
And you're my cousin.
Yeah.